Alright guys, hello and welcome to this afternoon's stream. I'm your host, Samius, and something crazy is happening, something I have not seen in a while. We're under attack, and we'll go deal with it in just a minute. But first, I want to say I worked on this a little bit this morning. And I went ahead and I added donators as well. Some of these guys are multiple offenders, and we also had a bunch of anonymouses. I should probably go ahead and add anonymous at some point, but whatever, we'll see. Also, I'm going to make this the car port. So I'm going to set up a requester chest and start requesting some things down here next to the car for when we're ready. Let's zerg down here and deal with this mess. Obviously we have some sort of bug infestation somewhere. We're not that far away. It was in the chromium, right? Down here at the bottom, chromium. Maybe we are far enough away that we don't need to worry about that, but or maybe we're far enough away we should have taken the car, I guess is what I want to say. It is the nosebleed section out here. Oh, still dude. I'm gonna kill him. He's dead. That was kind of expensive though. We did lose a few things. Where did he come from? Over here maybe? Pollution. Yeah, he must have come from over here. I really don't want to take the time to do pollution stuff, so we'll leave a gun turn over here and see. If it turns out it's needed, I'll deal with it. Oh, sweet. That was probably a wooden chest full of wood or something. Anyway, hello and welcome back, everybody, to this afternoon's Mega Mods campaign. The wife decided that either Remington is unable to get his driver's test today, or she wanted to do it, or she shared my concerns about not getting to stream this afternoon if I did this, if I went and I took him. So anyway, as always, the wife is being phenomenally awesome, and we want to give her some quick kudos if we are giving people shout outs for doing awesome things for us. Her being awesome first on the list, it always is. So biggest supporter, and if we're doing supporters, I want to make sure that she knows about it. Alright, we are pretty good shape. I want to get on tungsten. I think tungsten is where it's at. Our #1 priority at the moment. Make sure we don't get ran over. What are we missing for this? Substation 2s. We need 10 copper wire. We can actually just pick up a bunch of 10 copper wire right over here. I have not looked at the tungsten processing stuff yet at all. We'll probably do that in a second. I just want to make sure that we have whatever we need for the parts that I'm trying to make. That's all I ever wanted. I wanted to make sure that we're good. Alright, so here's our 10 copper wire. Let's grab 2 metric tons of 10 copper wire. Alright. Make a couple of these while we're good old farting around. Alright, so let's take a look at the tungsten process. Tungsten is this bad boy right here. He comes from jovolite sorting as a one of at the final stage. So pretty cool. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that correct? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So he's a one-off there. And I thought he was a one-off, and yeah, he's also a one-off in the final stage of rubitite sorting. The reason why we haven't really done rubitite sorting is because nitric acid is a bunch of steps that we haven't taken yet. But hydrofluoric acid, on the other hand, is something we have a bunch of. So at some point, we'll be able to just make 2 metric tons of jovolite. And I don't want to start there, but I definitely want to put it on the list. So jovolite. That is not even close to how you spell jovolite. JIVO. Wow, that's... I wonder if I'm saying it correctly. And it is like Megamod's Light. Which is the other thing, not Megamod's Light, Lazy Bastard Light, which I think is what I'm going to call the other series, the other stream. I said I think we're just going to do that on Mondays for right now. Look how nice and neat that goes. It goes way up there. Okay, so Jovolite sorting is not what we're looking at part of the tungsten process. We want to actually figure out how tungsten works all together. So we process it. We can turn it into pellets. We can put hydrogen chloride gas with it and make some blue thing or some green square doohickey. We can take the... Is that the gas? No, that's not. We get some sort of green square box thing. It's some sort of silver metal. Tungsten acid, which we could take and turn into some sort of condensed form, it looks like, with some pure water. Looks like we can add ammonia to it to go and make ammonia and parsenate, whatever that is. That's the finished condensed stuff. We can powder it with some hydrogen gas. We can take it and... So we can make... Man, this is complicated. But it looks like at the end of the day we need to have powdered tungsten. So from the powdered tungsten we can go straight to plates. We can add nickel powder. And nickel powder, it comes from ingots, which is... I think we have the ability to get those off of the train network. Or we can take cobalt powder. Cobalts, we actually have a metric ton of cobalt stuff that I don't think is doing hardly anything. So let's run over here and see what's going on. This could be something that we... Oh yeah, see we have a bunch of cobalt powder. We could just take a bunch of this cobalt powder and ship it off to the network, the train network, and we can do that all day. So maybe we plan on that. So cobalt powder and tungsten powder. Let's clear this. And let's try to write very, very neatly for a change. Cobalt powder. C-O-B-A-L-T. Cobalt powder. Plus T powder. Alright, so now we have the ability to... Now we know where we're going, right? Doesn't look like we have to melt it or anything fancy like that. So the hard part is going to come from this. So what's the most efficient way to get powdered tungsten? Do we need these fluorine crystals? We've seen them somewhere. We get fluoridic wastewater that takes them. What uses them? Anything use them? We can make this, I think that's what that is, calcium chloride from the crushed stone and that. Again, I don't see any need for this yet. We can make hydrofluoric acid, but again, I'm pretty sure we have plenty. So I don't think these crystal doodads are... Oh man, now it's blowing up. Where's that guy coming from? Again, it must be this base. Guess we'll go kill this base super fast while we're baiting. Bullets. What? We have uranium bullets. Military. Let's grab some of that. Let's grab some of this. Put like 1,000 of each in the box. Do you have bullets? We got a little bit of bullets. I don't think they're replacement parts over there. And this little scout drone's pissing me off. Alright. I think it was in the... I think we're straight on. Was it here or was it above? There he is. Go away. Yeah, it didn't take very much for them to go bye-bye. But let's put this in the car, actually. Awful lot of rocks and shit down this way we're gonna have to clean up. Some natural gas. Alright, over this way a little bit. So you're causing me problems? Why? At least I assume it's you? I don't see anything else in this vicinity that... I mean, this guy could be a problem, so I guess we'll just go murder it real fast. Yeah, I'm not real sure why they're bothering me at all. I sure as hell wouldn't bother me if I was these guys. Man, stop it, guys. Weird. We lost the sniper gun. Didn't love that. Didn't love that at all. Let's throw these Mark III regular guns out here first, I guess. I don't think autofill's broken or anything, but it is certainly sweet. Out. Where'd this limestone come from? That seems odd. Alright, do we have any other guns down here? Teeny tiny blue spot, but I think that's this box. We have lots of limestone. Where's the car? Like, drove it over, hit a rock, right? Can't imagine why. It's not like there's nothing but rocks and shit out here. Alright. Hopefully that'll take care of the attacks, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. That'd be great. The other thing I need to actually do is... pull up the chat log so I can try to keep an eye on the various chats here. Alright, so this is a requester station, correct? Yep, so we can request here and then we can deposit down there, I thought. This should all be laid out on pole grid, where we can just grab the pole grid, run over, run to the other side of the poles, And down. Let's see, we can get rid of all the belts, all the underground pipes, keep the poles, all these, all the pipes. I guess we'll get rid of everything that's not part of the train network itself. This situation, we won't need that. Alright. That's just the T. So do we want to go right next to each other? Do we want more room? Give it a little bit more room. We'll go off of this. Rocks and trees. Make a hard cut from there to there. Let's keep the ammo for now, at least. Grab the car and stick any extra ammo in there. You don't have any train tracks on you? Seems odd. Let's do some cleanup here. I guess we'll go ahead and clean up down to there. The rest of these. All right. Grab the car. Thought the car had like a bunch of railroad tracks and stuff in it, but I guess not. So we'll have to be one of the first things we add to our list. No, not. Sorry, back to the car. To the car. Hey, welcome to the stream. Excellent. Alright. Have you joined us before on the Mega Mods? I don't remember Nizanani. even this out. Bloop. Excellent. Alright. Well, apparently this is mined itself out also, so we'll grab that and whoop. I probably want to keep these. No, I guess I don't want to keep those. Those are over my 300 limit. Or 600 limit. Pum, chum, 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 chum. I found a place to adjust my audio settings in YouTube this morning, and I forgot to ask anyone if it sounded better, clearer, faster, stronger. So, other thing I want to actually do is I want to have a loading, unloading zone for the car here. So I can just take all this stuff when I get back home and dump it. Before we do anything else, we also need to make sure we add railroad tracks. Say like 1,000 railroad tracks. I don't remember if these lights are in the thing. I think they are. Train lights. Train lights. Train lights. I guess we're out of train lights. So equal part train lights. I don't know if this is being made anywhere. We'll ask for those, and we also want to ask for these. Nope, not those. Sorry, wrong ones. These. I want to make sure that we have. Actually, you know what? These don't have to be there. This should just be in my. Alright, so how are we doing? We have train tracks up here. We had the wrong arms. But that's okay. Wire poofed up here. We'll just grab it this first time. No big deal. So basically what I want to do is I want to grab the things that should go into the car's backpack, or the car's inventory, and are not here. So like I want to make sure we have 500 brick in this chest. What else needs to go in here? Probably wouldn't hurt to have some. These guys actually need to go to the upgrade network. Do we have any construction robots in here? No, okay. What else could we possibly need up here that would go in the car normally? I guess we make sure we have some brass pipe. Yeah, I don't know. The rest of it can sit there. Make sure there's at least 15 of those. The car really should have some of these basic electronic components, electronic circuits. Everything else I think is probably okay for the car right now. Be in good shape. Oh, I guess it should probably also have a stack of these. But basically, if I'm requesting them, the car doesn't need them. probably wouldn't hurt to make sure the car's got a stack of fuel either. There we go. I'm going to say that's probably everything that the car needs right now, just to make sure that when we park, this is not only the parking zone, it's also in our thank you area, but it's also our parking zone. So this way we have a place to park the car, get the stuff we need, and oh yeah, we definitely need to make sure that we have repair kits in here. Let's take those out and put repair kits in. Because I actually need repair kits, and I don't see them. Like these actually, maybe I don't need this either. Let's put those in, and I'm going to take the repair kits out of my... I take these out of mine. No, I think I do one. I'm gonna leave these in my backpack, and I'm gonna add these, and then I want to. I feel like I need to empty something to make sure that I have room. Oh, I don't need 30 of these. 15 is more than plenty of those. Sorry, stack in there. I have a second stack. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea to have a stack of power poles in here. Again, though, I should have those, but that'll be a help. Okay, what else, if anything, do we need before we go run off? Oh, I guess we should actually probably put the in here. No lights came. Probably none of those are going to arrive either. Alright, so we'll have to need to add these lights to the network, so we'll do that. I'll drive down to the not to the danger zone. We really need to make a driving path somewhere so I can get from that section to over here easily without dying. Can we get out to the path from here? Yeah, we can. And immediately find a pipe. Alright, where do we want to park? Here, this is where we need to stop. I want to put train stuff in here. We'll clear this, we'll clear that. Alright, train stuff. So you need this, and you need, so you're going to need to be this. You need to be these lights. You need to be these lights. Alright. Oh crap, I also need to make sure that I have this is probably why I don't have these all the time full. Make sure these are topped off too, please. Alright. So you're... which lights? These lights. I want to make sure we have 100 in the network. Get you started. Let's put 100 in here and 200 in here. Alright, you need steel plate as well. So let's get steel plate in here. And you're good. Alright, let's change you to these lights. This we only need to make sure that this is running as long as this is less than 10. Because none of the train stops are that. So then here we need to make sure we have whiteboards coming in. And then you'll need power. Means this needs a train stop as well. I don't need a bunch of extra of those floating around. Alright. So I'll take all of those. And then that's gonna steal all of them lights for a minute. But we're gonna wait until it's caught up and then we're gonna take them. Take a bunch. Alright, so let's take 2 seconds while that's running. And say hello to everyone. Check things out. Let's see, we got a couple people chilling on Twitch. Thank you very much. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us today. And over on YouTube, we got some lovely people. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. We'll skim through the Twitter feed real fast. If there's anything interesting, we'll talk about it. Looks like there's yet another special tournament of Heroes of the Storm. I guess I should just practice Heroes of the Storm, get good at it, and start playing it professionally. Looks like they're gonna... Oh my goodness. I love altered art magic cards. They are the best. Alright, can I have these now? Mine? Dibs? Finish up my stack of... what's it go to? 10? Yes. Finish up my stack of 10. Come on, give me the lights. I needs them. I needs them's lights. These are you looking for? 100? Oh, I don't need... I don't need all those. I do, however, need... Alright, now we have 2 stacks of lights. That's fine for now. Alright, boom. I really wish there was a nice way for the cars to have a passive provider. You know? I'll give the robots a second to bring me the last of the bits. Anyway, over on Twitch, I'm not really seeing anything exciting. Looks like the Damsel show came out. But really, there's just not that much going on. We got a bunch of Facebook messages real quick. Anything useful? Why is everyone a social justice warrior? Why didn't any of you choose a different class like social justice mage or social justice thief? Social justice barbarian! I don't care the size, just come in and mess shit up. Nice. Alright. We're all full on bits. Let's go finish our bloody stuff so we can get going on the tungsten. We're probably going to end up coming back and forth and back several times. I'm totally okay with it. means we're gonna run it bloody trees over here. I need, like I said, I need a path. I need a path to drive from the main base for the sub bases and everything. Because the car's got all these. And the car's RoboPort is bad right now. I think we can fix it though. I think we can make the car pretty sweet, RoboPort wise. I just obviously have not done so yet. I thought we needed some alien bits that we have not gotten to yet. But I figure we'll start with the tungsten, see if we can get it working, and then if we have time today, we will start working on the alien bits. What's going on? Are we good? No? Oh, clearly not. How about now? Now are we good? Also clearly not. Come on, get all this crap in my backpack. Let's do it. Alright, now we good? Alright. No, we can't put that in there yet. We need a train segment. Alright, but we have a relatively clean and empty area to work. I'll take a stack of that. I do like to keep a segment of train tracks right here. Alright, so we're requesting stuff up here. So we're going to start from this way and we're going to work our way down. So when we're talking tungsten, first of all, we need to actually have some tungsten down here, don't we? Whoop. So why don't you give me 10,000 tungsten ore? Because you don't have 10,000 tungsten ore in the network. That's true. So I guess that means we got to run back over there to add it super fast, don't we? Always starting with the first part. So crazy. I really like this track. I might rip this thing down to just a pure audio file. I'm actually listening to, for those of you who care, it's a YouTube video by Birch. Thanks to the supporters. By a YouTube channel called Chill Hop Music, and I believe it's all open source. I believe. This will need to be gathered pretty soon somehow. Some of it anyway. So let's see. Out. Man, the out train's way over here. We're gonna watch the robots freak the shit out. Alright, so again we're adding it to this constant accumulator, which will make it, we'll take what's in here, subtract the difference, and fill this up. We should be able to see a bunch of this being delivered. I know we have to make sure that we keep some on hand, at least until we get the Jobolite sorted. Whoa, look at that UPS hit. Wow. Or an FPS hit, I guess I should say. Yeah, I also think we probably need... Let's turn that off. I also think we probably need more charging over here. There's plenty of charging stations right there. Let's blow that out. Grab a charging station. And let's, oh, it's got to be in logistics network, doesn't it? That'll work. That's obviously a 3 is not in the network. I have a 1. Give me a substation 1. Can a 1? A 1 could go there, but it won't do anything. Come on. Now what's missing? Oh, that's fine. Alright, so that should help with the charging immensely over there. And now tungsten will go in the network, so we should have plenty of tungsten. Also, while we're over here, we should empty the car of all the crap it doesn't want. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take where the bus is right now, at the end of the bus, and I'm going to make that like a big driving zone. Yeah. This way I have a place that I can go east and west as well as north and south. Make like a big north and south zone as well. Is this it? I think this is it, actually, isn't it? We should make a sign down here as well, so we know when we're driving over here. We do have some of these big. It's concrete. Where did concrete come from? Let's see, this is for titanium, right? Titanium? Or no, sorry, tungsten. Like that? Tungsten, I think is how you spell it. Let's see how wrong I am. How dumb am I? It is an E. You wanker. Ian. Boop boop. Tungsten. I really like these signs. This is a cool mod. Alright. So, you should have some tungsten in here now. I don't see any. You have a provider request here, minimum of 500. Yeah, that should be coming. Alright, so we have our tungsten theoretically from the top. So let's alright, come out here. We're gonna move our tungsten basically just right below and put that into a warehouse. This will be tungsten. Thought we had a couple of these underground belts made. And one of these. And this guy will have a Right now, it's just gonna have a 5,000 or a 10,000 tungsten limit. And we'll probably actually connect these two warehouses to... you know what? Nah, we don't need a limit here. Let's just connect these two warehouses together. So I need a... this... and... really needs to go to this pole, but it won't quite reach that far. That's one too far away to go there. Go get my tungsten. Robots are probably still trying to get it there, actually. No? It says there's 10,000 in here. How's this charging in the middle gone? Well, it's built. There's our tungsten. Yeah, baby! Alright, so we'll have a buttload of tungsten in about a minute. So now we need to figure out how we want to do this, right? Oh, darn it. You know what else we needed to do? We needed to put the there's one other bit that needs to go in the network for the tungsten processing that we already have done. Can't believe I didn't think of it earlier. The cobalite powder. There's no reason to go through all those other steps right now. I mean, in the future we will. So we're going to get the cobalite out of here. But for now, there's no reason to... Actually, you know what? It's close enough. We could probably just request it from there to there, right? You're in the network, aren't you? You're not, but you could be. Not my best plan. Fully aware. Is there room in this? There's no room. So let's adjust this to be 100,000 jovolite. Or okay, and then let's just take a little just for now. Shave some of that out of here. Just fill that up. Like that'll go through it real fast. Oh, I guess they're both empty. And then we're going to take and copy this guy right here. This is our model for that. And if people would like, I'll be happy to go over that. Oh man, don't clear those. Clear those. I think we have to clear this chest too while we're at it to be able to do this. I'm pretty sure it goes to here. And we're gonna grab powdered this stuff, 10,000. And then this is gonna get changed to that. Okay, so just we kind of went over this logic in the earlier video, but for people, or the earlier stream, but for people who may have missed it, right? So, oh, also, this this chest needs to be hooked up to here, right? Okay, so as you can see, basically what goes on is we're getting the contents of this chest, or warehouse in this situation, but whatever, and we're plugging that into this red circuit position. Then in here we're turning everything negative, and we're putting it into this circuit condition, right? And then we have the positive, what we need, coming in, and we have the chest basically just saying, get this much. So then it's constantly scaling what it needs. It's super simple. Now that I kind of like have thought through the process a little bit more, it's very simple. I wish I would have thought of it several hundred hours of Factorio earlier. But I was, to be perfectly honest with you, I was afraid of these combinators. And it really took me playing with the LTN network to really understand it. So, pretty simple. And now, basically this thing hooked up by the green cable is going to tell the LTN network what it's providing. So right now it's providing 1,000 or whatever of that. This needs to be filtered to just Jovolite for right now, because I actually want the blue shit to stay in there. So we'll turn around. We're gonna make a blue shit out. Just to try to get it back out of here again. It shouldn't take it too long to get it emptied. Loaders are great. They're so great. I love them. They make Factorio worth living. We are still adding material in here to make room. This is 100, right? Yeah, so we're at 5,000. So basically we're going to section off some of this for this guy. And then do, just to make sure that we don't accidentally shove something else in here. Nope. This is actually going to go back into this guy. Alright, how we doing? Getting close. And then we'll turn this one back around and until this starts to go. Or we get 10,000 blue in here. Damn it. Get that blue back out of here. Never mind. I'm not going to help it. We're done helping. Alright. What do we look like? Are we good? Do we have room for all this in here now? We're getting close, right? This says 147. So we're almost at the point where this should start doing its thing. The reason why we're... Oh, we need more of the charging stations over here. Which I don't actually have any. So we will clear this and jump to someplace we know there are some. These are, yeah. There we go. All the places that they are begging for it. So then this will be good soon. We're almost done. Are we going to be able to get the 10,000 in here? That's my... Okay, we did. That's all I care about. So that's 10,000, give or take. So we still need a couple hundred. But who cares? Alright, car up here. So we have our tungsten. We're going to have our powdered blue stuff. Those are set up to request, right? They're not just auto, do whatever they want. Yeah, okay. And they're the fast ones, or are they slow still? Yeah, these are still the slower ones. The guy went chirp at me for work, so give me 1 second. My other work.
I guess we're gonna go do this.
Good luck, Remy. Don't go crazy, mommy.
Go crazy sitting in the thing and wait real long.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't go crazy. Don't be afraid to turn on your stream or whatever. Get some of your buds.
Yeah.
Also, could you do me a solid and switch the lights? My head is starting to hurt. Okay, so sorry. These guys go, I think it's all the way over. We'll just check. It is not all the way over. Okay. And then drop all the way over. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so now this thing should just, when I request it and they deliver it, should go off like a freaking pistol. And we'll check that out in a second. How's the sulfur coming over here? There's still a bunch. Not enough for... I don't understand why all of these are not working still. Like if there's that much water, I guess this pump is necessary? We had a pump in here for a while and we decided that it was not necessary. I guess I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. Alright, let's get that pump on those and get that running. Making this sulfur happen is important. Right now, this is our full sulfur production. So... Alright, this is where we're going. Alright, let's request some... We also need the blue... This thing. So let's get ourselves 10,000 of it. We should see it go poof in approximately 2 seconds. We have 0 logistic train networks waiting, or 0 logistic trains waiting. Here's gonna be one. Poof! Come on, give it to me. Empty water barrels. Oh, it looks like this guy's going back to wait. Nope, he's not. Oh, we should also put a roundabout up here.
I don't know, it might actually not work. Because he's not included in our insurance yet.
It's fine, just show him your proof of your insurance. Tell him our insurance company wanted his driver's license before they could insure him.
Okay, who's saying that? Well, I'm just saying this is what he's got. If you go to the Subaru, they're going to cover his deductibles, and if they look for his name, he's not there, obviously. Policy details.
He'll be there soon, once he passes his license.
Right.
Alright, so here's our Cobalt. And look at that. Look at that speed. Look at him go. I'm just... These stack inserters are insane. These express stack inserters. Look at that. That was just ridiculously how fast it was. Also, how is your guys' backlog? You guys are back to manufacturing these at a reasonable pace. I gave you guys all the charging you could possibly need. Still some are breaking off over this direction. Alright. So we have our tungsten, we have our cobalt powder, things are coming in like crazy. Let's figure out where we go from here. Where do we go from here? Where do we go in the rear? Alright, so the first thing we want to note is, do we want to set up our logistics network? We probably will, because if I remember right, we need some acid, right? So let's figure out the path we want to take to get through the tungsten. That is the, regardless, at the end session, we have to come up with, not the end, probably. I don't think there's anything besides tungsten plate that we can want, right? So at the end of the day, we want tungsten plate, and that's going to be in the... Oh, and these things that we have not used yet before. So let's make one of these splintering ovens. And what else? What are we going to need to make these? We need bricks. Looks like we're short bricks again, which is part of the reason why we've been keeping bricks in the car here. So let's grab a couple more stacks of bricks. Does that give us... Alright, so now we have 4 of those coming. While we're here, let's get this flashing light fixed. Again, same scenario. We want to make sure that this guy keeps running non-stop over here. Yeah, that's tidied up real nice. Let's just put down a big one. Again, for some of this, slow and steady is totally fine. For others, let's get it going. But we want to keep that running. at maximum speed. In fact, because this is gone, it is actually possible that we might want to move this to just that side and this to that side, just to keep it all moving. It's also possible we might be better off just doing this. Get away from all the tricky bullshit that we were doing and just get it out of there. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Because again, this is all of our sulfuric acid water, so it's 100% of our. Oh, and this guy's backed up too. While we're at it. All this stuff's got to run. It's just got to keep processing. Because all this stuff gets used. This guy does not look like it is moving. Why is this moving? Is this crushed stone full now too? Wow, nice. That's a good problem for us to have, actually. We were having a big problem with crushed stone not being able to keep up. So I'm actually pleased with that. Alright, back to work. Hose. This guy is not working because... Why? Oh, sulfuric acid. Again, we just can't keep up with the sulfuric acid right now. Alright, so at the end of the day, down here near this thing, we're going to make tungsten plate. So to make tungsten plate, we are going to mix it in big metal boobs. Again, we're out of bricks. How many more bricks do we have? We have no more bricks. Alright, well hopefully whatever we... Oh, we have 65. Hopefully whatever else we end up making won't need more bricks. Alright. So we're going to take the 2 powders and do that. Okay, so that's where we get powder. So how do we want to get powder? We can go hydrofluoric acid, tungsten oxide, which is... Tungsten oxide involves ammonia gas. I don't think we want to do that because I don't have access to ammonia right now. We can do ammonium whatever that is. Ammonium paratungstate. Paratungstate? Okay. Plus hydrogen gas. That seems more likely. We have an abundance of hydrogen that we have not been doing anything with. We could barrel it up and ship it out, no problem. So that thing, again, requires ammonia. So that is less likely again. This thing takes tungsten acid and pure water to make this. Okay, so 24 of this. So from here we need hydrogen, chlorine, glass, and tungsten ore. So we can go straight to the ore. Ore plus hydrogen, chlorine, gas gives us 60 liquid and 2 of these leftover crap. Or we can figure out how to do ammonia gas and go from the pellets straight to the gas. But that would not consume any hydrogen, although it doesn't look like... I mean, this will do hydrogen chloride gas. So which gas do we currently have handy over here? We have a bunch of this stuff right here. We could bottle it up. Looks like this container is about to get full. We can also start bottling hydrogen. Probably wouldn't hurt. What's the path that uses hydrogen? Like if I want to start burning this hydrogen better, obviously this uses hydrogen, right? Because we are hydrogenating this gas. But also we can if we had ammonia, we can do this. I think this step just skips all that, right? It turns 12 into 100 or into 60, and then we can turn 2 of them into 24. So you get a 1-to-1 ratio going like this. And then, so all we'd have to do is bring over barrels of hydrogen tungsten chloride gas. If we go this route, we would use the hydrogen, but we'd have to barrel up hydrogen as well as ammonia, which we currently can't do. We can go this way, straight into tungsten oxide. Which is pellets. And then either way from there, we have to either way from there, we have to turn it into a gas and then solidify the gas and get another waste product. Wow, tungsten's difficult. So do we want to go through the steps of making ammonia, or do we just want to bottle this thing? I think we're just going to bottle the thing we already have. So once again, back to the base. And put our robots back to work. Then we need to figure out where we want to provide those barrels to. Like, we could do it down there. We could do it at the other train stop. That makes a little bit more sense. Because that's kind of like where we do that kind of processing. We can do it... we're going to need probably 2 of these real fast while I'm thinking about it. If this thing's totally full and is not running 100% of the time. And we need... Yeah, okay. I think that's fine. We'll just steal it from here. Barrel it straight away and then... go completely to town. If you were to barrel it, where's the barreling machine? I literally cannot find the barreling machines I just made. It is. Barreling pump. So let's just start like this. No. 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 It's 2 green and a white. There we go. Perfect. So this thing's going to make 1 in 1 second. At a speed of 2. So it's going to make 1 every half a second. Is that going to be enough? Probably. It's 100 barrels. I need you to make me, say, 500 barrels, because that's like the minimum that we do this kind of stuff on. Let's actually make it 200 barrels. No, we don't need 200 barrels there. Let's go back to 100. Alright, where are these barrels? Here they come. Yeah, I mean, this guy's going Mach speed. Alright, where do we want to put them? Did we decide? We're probably going to need another warehouse for this storage, though. So instead of this and this, I'm just going to here, and then from there to there. Just, again, an overflow, that's all. I'm putting this problem off for another day. That's all I'm doing. Now what's going on? Is this going to be a problem? What speed are these? These are slow. Slow. Boop. I don't want them slow. I want them ripping. So this speed should not have anything to do with this unless these chlorine are just gone. Which could happen. Yeah, we don't even have... That is nowhere near enough. Look at it try. Look at it try to feed it. It's like, oh, we can't do it. For my own peace of mind, how much is in here? 35,000. Can I work this over there? And 18. And this is a 50-50 ratio, is that right? Yeah. And these guys aren't even working because there's not enough poo water. Saline water. These guys are now working so fast that we're overflowing pure water again. Can we barrel some just for safekeeping? Just in case, like, we hit a lull. Pure water. You bastard, you killed Kenny. Pure water. Yeah, I don't... Man, it's like 18 times now. Alright, well, last time. Oh, we're just gonna straight up request barrels over here. I don't trust me. Yeah, okay. And that'll fill. And I'll just fill that up non-stop. Maybe I should make that a active provider and then make sure I have. Actually, we're in the network. We are. Tell this thing to give me like 1,000 pure water barrels. Seems reasonable. Make it 5,000. I should tell it to go as long as these are trying to work. Obviously that is the wrong... You're not the wrong guy. Alright. These guys are getting through all of that, no problem. Let's actually move the car to the docking port. Now, grab all the bricks, put all the bricks in the car. And then here we are going to do basically the exact same thing you saw me do down here. Because I've decided I am madly in love with this plan. The difference is a couple of things. One, we're going to blow that out before I paste it. I just said blow you out before I paste it. Please don't. Please don't come over here. Like, didn't I not say those words? And did I not just do it? Red into here. And then red into here. You set requests. You... I need this barrel, right? And I need 500 of it, at least. Taking suggestions for ice cream flavors. Well, the problem is my favorite ice cream is actually not very good for me. What? Oh, and this also needs to be hooked up to here. Boop, there we go. My favorite ice cream is a Reese's peanut butter ice cream. But I do enjoy just a plain vanilla. So why is this line still not have enough? Just out again. How are we out still? Like, these guys are processing everything like mad, right? Oh, we don't have enough oxygen? Because we can't get rid of this Alright. We still just can't get rid of this quick enough. More flare stacks. Also, more overflow valves. Which means this is going to have to move. Alright, everyone gets a flare stack. You get a flare stack, and you get a flare stack, and you get a flare stack. And you get an overflow, and you get an overflow, and you get an overflow. Tick, tick, tick. Let's burn this precious hydrogen. Just get rid of it all. Let's see. Pretty sure your favorite flavor is murdering Factorio bugs. It's the tungsten's actually very complicated. Way more complicated than I originally kind of thought it would be. Also, I kind of want to just suck this out. I'm gonna throw a pipe or a pump in here somewhere, probably just right here. Get that shit out of this machine. Get it out of the way. Get these oxygen machines rocking again. There we go. Oh yeah. This guy's still having problems getting enough oxygen. So don't share. I need the sulfuric acid. I need it now. Are you actually being chatty, Ben? If you are, I can turn the TeamSpeak on. By the way, look at this, Ben. Look at this. I'll turn the TeamSpeak on anyway. We'll see if he's being chatty or not. He might not be chatty. Alright, but look at this! Special thanks to those who support us on the stream. I kind of want to also take in... Where'd that concrete go?
Hello there.
Hello.
I was actually just getting pants on so I could go pick up some ice cream and be back in a couple minutes.
Oh, there you go. It's I before E like most of the time, right? Am I dumb? Did I spell that wrong this whole time?
Oh, who wrong?
Special? It's got to be like I before E.
Wow. That's... Here.
I before E, except after Q. No, that's not right. According to... apparently all sorts of wrong. Let's try again. Hey, hey. Spell check said it was fine. That's still not right. That's Speakle. Damn it, video game special. Yeah, that's special. Special Olympics, this one.
You not.
I know you people think it's funny. It's not funny. It's a handicap. Like you wouldn't laugh at the one-armed man.
Well, not to his face anyway.
Yeah, see? I wonder, would regular bricks look okay underneath that? Or some bricks? I was trying to find something that had like a reasonable... like pattern, so there'd be a reasonable amount of like maybe just make a border around this one. I don't know. I was trying to figure out how to make the two things different and yet still feel special. It's like clearly people who have donated dollars. I guess this should go down all the way. No. It's tough. I want it to feel special, but at the same time, like I need it to not look bad. That's all right, I guess. But yeah, so these are our subbers right now on Twitch, and These are people who have donated, plus Anonymous, like, several times has donated. And I feel like I should put Anonymous in there, but then I don't want the Anonymous group to think that they're donating. But, I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so now we have the... We have the chlorine gas in the network. I don't know if we need anything else right now, but it's in the bloody network. Let's drive our happy ass back over to the tungsten processing area and see if we can't make this happen now. Yeah, I'm a big vanilla bean fan.
Vanilla beans typically diabetics.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with flavor.
That's why I typically like it. I think it tastes good. Alright, so we need to also get... do we want the machines, the robots, to fly these over? I don't know. We'll see. But we need 500 of those at least. Well, not 5,000, 500. Boop. Oh, damn. We're just going through this processing area up here. This bobmonium up here like mad.
So what's your tungsten challenge here?
I'll show you the processing for tungsten in 2 seconds. And then you can determine whether or not I'm crazy or if there's really a tungsten processing problem. So as always, there's too many options, is what I'm thinking. Alright, so tungsten comes from a tungsten powder mixture. And there's 2 ways that you can do that. You can do it with a cobalt powder in tungsten, or you can do it with nickel powder in tungsten. I have opted to use cobalt powder because I already have a bunch of cobalt powder ready to go. And we took and stuck it in the network. So now we have to make tungsten powder. Actually, before we do that, these little boobies make the tungsten powder. Alright. So now, to make tungsten powder comes from either tungsten hexafluoride gas, or it comes from ammonia paratungstate and hydrogen gas. So, we have two in gold paths here, right? We can... let's go down this ammonia paratungstate path for a second. So from there, to get that, you have to take processed tungsten and ammonia gas. I currently do not have access to ammonia gas, so we're not going to go do that. So this other path, we need tungsten oxide and hydrofluoric acid, which we have hydrofluoric acid. We don't currently have it in the network, but it's easy to fix. So, to go from there, we have to get tungsten oxide, which again either comes from ammonia gas, or it comes from tungstic acid. So, tungsten acid is tungsten ore and hydrogen chlorine gas, which we have hydrogen chlorine gas. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to go straight from there to there in chemical plants or liquefiers. And I have some Bob's chemical plants here, so that's going to be the plan. Where to come? Right, I think right here? Oh, no. We probably need some space. So we're going to make this. Yeah. And we're going to We want to robot this over. We have been roboting over the gases. But that would mean that we would have to tie these networks together. Which is fine. Yeah, screw it. Let's just tie these networks together. I don't think it's going to kill anything for this network to be connected here. We'll give you some a couple of logistics robots. Not a million, probably just another 50. The other ones are still in here. So that makes... Oh, this says there's only 50 logistics robots in that whole network. Is this not touching? Oh, it is not touching. That's awkward. Okay, now it's touching. So now how many robots do they say? They say there's 200 already. That's more than enough. I believe those are all the new fancy robots too, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, now we need to unbarrel this shenanigans. Unbarreler here. So we're going to unbarrel this hydrogen chloride gas. We're going to unbarrel it. So we're going to request, and then we're going to again actively provide these extra barrels, these empty barrels, back to the network. We want them motivated to get gone. It's like the 18th time I've successfully clicked on that to go away today. Okay, power on the top. But it's got to actually go at least one more over. Then we'll do long-handed inserters. Now, how much does this take? It takes 12. So I think that's probably enough we can justify using a bigger pole. If we angle it, we can do something much nicer, though. Alright, so if here... is our tungsten. Our tungsten ore. So if there's our tungsten ore, we could, let's see, we have to pick up, or we have to put down 2 over. So somewhere along this row, but if we pick up 2 over on this row, I was exactly backwards. So if we drop off here and pick up here, should be able to move this stuff like a insanely quick, right? Yeah, it wasn't bad. Now we do have to add this last one. Alright, so now we have our... You're not supposed to be chlorine. What are you requesting? Okay, so you need both chlorine and the other stuff? I guess so. I guess we're using chlorine to make this stuff. Okay. My bad.
Interesting tungsten wire was used as a light source. It still is.
So, I don't understand why... This is that. So why isn't this getting delivered? Like, all that's in the network. Weird. They should want to put 10 of these barrels in this chest. Whatever, alright. Then we have a waste product to exit. So we need the ability to unload it as well somewhere. So I guess we'll do a long-armed. And as far as I know, we're just going to return that to the network. Alright, so now we have a almost repeatable pattern. We can repeat with and make just a couple of little changes here. There we go. Oh, one more. One more ad. Oh, Ben, I think this is for you if you're still there. Ik verspeech unwer der Much.
Mein neues Video heißt Tanzverbot hat uns alle belogen. Only 210 Apples für those ich ein. Guckt euch mein neues Video an. War ein Lügner Tanzverbot. Also I think it's just real. So they'll follow me and I'll follow you.
Oh. I see hoverboard.
Last video started to call you a liar for some reason.
He's calling me a liar for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't get the meaning of the last one. I read half of it before it disappeared.
Oh, are you not... You in the chat? It should have appeared in the chat. Oh, you're just on the, Because he put this on the YouTube side. Here, I'll paste it in the TeamSpeak so you can read it. Or, I'll message it to you on Facebook. That's what I'll do. It'll be easier that way. There you go. I guess I could...
Back in that burrito in the other room.
Okay, I'm gonna see what, yeah, it looks like there's some sort of thing here. It's definitely German to English. Let's see what this says. To all dancing fans, guck you my new video, then go see your what for a liar dance band. I have even. My new video has dance bank ship used all fellow foreign affairs. Well, that's I have no idea. I hope you enjoy the video. Alright,
I was more like to watch it kind of like ogling or like creepy watching.
well, I hope he's creepy watching. Rawr. Actually, this is not a provider zone. So let's just dump this into a
friend shame it. So to all the Forbidden Dance fans, watch all of you my new video and then see all of you see what a liar Forbidden Dance is. I have always known my new video is called Forbidden Dance. Recommended for all of you. Orange.
oh, actually.
Game of Foreigners.
Down here will be an out area, actually. So let's just switch. There's a Forbidden Dance.
Yeah, Tantra both means Forbidden Dance.
You're my resident German. Tell me about this Forbidden Dance.
I really don't know. It's some artsy. It could be anything. The first post he wanted you to subscribe to his page, and you subscribe to yours.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. And I have occasionally checked out other people's pages when they've asked me to do that, and sometimes they're very cool, and I do check them out, but I don't do a lot of that right now. I don't have infinite time. Alright, so this is not making it to the bottom, but this is not processing because I'm out of this gas. Why in this shit? They're robots. Maybe are they all busy? No, they're sitting here with the thumb in their ass. There's oh, these barrels are not out in here yet. Okay, so we need to get the barrels into this requester barrel before I shit my pants at the... I could just turn this whole thing into a logistic passive provider. Then I wouldn't have to worry about this at all. No, we'll just keep being a little bastard. So we need some weird GUI inserters. If we pick up here, right now, if we go like this, let's see how, yeah, it looks like it'll work okay. So let's make sure that you have, upwards of what, 30? What are you doing? Oh, you don't have any filter. Alright, so let's put a filter on you for these. And apparently I did this logic wrong. No, it's... Unless there's less than 30 of these barrels. Oh, you put the wrong barrels in there is what happened. Okay. This one. Alright, is everything working now? So how many are you putting in there? 100 barrels. Seems like a lot. Let's turn you to 50. You're 100 and you're 200. Okay. So now this should all work. Oh yeah. We are not getting to the bottom. So... let's copy this logic. It's completely possible that we don't even need that many of these. One, two, three, four, five, six. Is that right? Yeah. So right now we have 3 on one line, 3 on the other line. That does process. This tungsten acid is slow going though. Okay. So let's see where we were now in their chain. We now have this tungsten acid laying around. So we can take this tungsten acid and by putting it into this machine, we can turn it into pure water and tungsten oxide. And then with hydrofluoric acid, we can turn it into a gas. So let's go get the hydrofluoric acid into the network real fast, because that'll take a few minutes. And then we'll come back and we will definitely get the next part going. Also, I really do want to make a path that I can drive through here. At least approximately. I like having the forests around, but I really do need them to be neat enough I can go and at least travel somewhere. Oh, we're out of wood. Bloop. Bloop. Alright, you guys are good? They're still following me like crazy puppies. Alright, so now we need to barrel up. Come on, guys. I don't have all day. Alright, catch me if you can, mother truckers. We're going to need another one of these. And we're going to barrel up a ton of this acid. Which is up here somewhere. Hydrofluoric acid. This one? Yeah! So where do we want to barrel it from? The end or the beginning? Just grab it from the beginning for now. It's yellow with 2 whites behind it. And we're barreling. Hydrogen sulfide gas, that's not right. So it's a slightly different color of green. Hydrofluoric acid. Boom, there we go. So we're going to request, and then we will actively provide again. I want to make sure this has got plenty of room. In, out, give us 100 barrels. And then we'll put a chest right here, and then we're going to ask you to make sure I have, let's say, 1,000 of these barrels. Hydrofluoric acid network 1,000. That does not look like the right barrel. Hydrofluoric acid. Yeah, it's hydrochloric acid. Hexafluoric acid. Hydrofluoric acid. There we go. Boom, doing it. And then we'll just grab a quick stack. So this now is close enough that we're going to want to grab it from this train stop. So we'll provide however much to this train stop, and then we're going to take a quick bathroom break. Alright, so this is just a straight up requester chest right here. So we'll make sure we have 500 in this chest at all times. Then my car is back this direction somewhere. Apparently, we're going to have to be responsible for this. This forest trimming around here. And then, actually, I kind of want to pave part of this, but I don't want to do it till this is clear. So how much of this my bots insist upon doing? And they were like right here. Those bots could easily do it. Are we good yet? Can we go? Alright, yeah, that looks much better. Now we have a nice place so we can drive around. We'll lay down some poles and some lights so we can actually see where the hell we're going. Base them off of our regular grid that we've been using. We'll set up a nice driving path down here. Alright. So now we need to request... Oh, I should have grabbed some of those barrels actually. Hydrofluoric acid. I think that's right. Give me 500 of those, please. We'll go to the restroom and we'll see if they make it here. Ben, do a sexy dance for us.
I'm so dancing.
The secret sexy dance.
Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, he's off the bathroom. He's yelling a bunch of words here in chemistry. I'm quite surprised with how scientific Factorio seems. I did not realize the depth they would go into things. Like, I knew basic harvesting of aluminum. I was doing bauxite and then doing some processing. They took it, I swear, like 5 or 6 more steps deeper in. I was completely blown away. So, whatever that means to you.
Well, I just tried real hard to break my damn toe.
Yeah, please don't break your toe.
Ah.
I'm sure there's like 5 people out there who almost genuinely care for you.
Oh, man.
Almost.
I may have actually... Ooh. Yeah, whatever it was, I just heard a loud crack. Oh, fuck it. It's fine. Whatever. Ow. Okay, whew. That is some ouchie there, man. Alright. Did we get the acidic acid up here? No. So let's take a peek and see what's going on. Actually, here comes a train. I see barrels on it. It did not go to us. You bastard.
Clinical experience coming up here, so I'm going to take off in like 2 minutes.
Sounds good, mate.
Any last minute advice you want to give me?
Oh boy. Well, when you have body parts inside a cadaver, make sure that it's your 5-digit hand. And that you always have some sort of protection. You don't want to get the cadaver pregnant.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Not had that problem before. I mean, I have to second bodies, but I've not had that problem.
I mean, sometimes you just, you know, cadavers need loving too.
No, they don't.
What? How stuck up are you? Cadavers don't need loving.
Because cadavers aren't dead.
I mean, just for the most strong case of not living.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair. What if they just identify as, you know, not living, but they're still fine?
They identify as living impaired.
That's right. Alright, let's see. What are we providing?
Pretty sure people go to hell for that.
I don't know, actually. I doubt it. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that... Whoa. That we'd get punished for, really. This thing... Huh. Wonder why it was set up like this. This seems super bad.
Well, let's take a poll with the viewers and see who thinks you would. Well, first we have to assume hell exists for those who doesn't, which is surprising out of the gaming community, fortunately. Now, assuming that hell exists, for those who don't, do you think you would go to hell for making lovey-dovey with the corpse, or get in? I'm going to vote yes.
Any port in a storm. How about that? Can we just say any? Can we just say any port in a storm?
Any port in the storm? I don't know what that means.
That means, you know, if you can't go out, right? You can't go out because it's too rainy. You can't be picky about where you dock for the night. Because it's not safe, because it's storming.
Yeah, it's a big negatory ghostwriter.
Man, what a stuck-up prude. I never would have thought I'd say that about you, Benjamin. Alright. I got a bunch of extra iron here now thanks to that, so let's just stick it all in there. Alright, that looks good. Alright, let's get back to work. Where did I leave my car? Good luck, have fun with your corpse groping.
Well, I thought it would cooperate with me.
So you're getting dressed up to go out with the corpse? How is this not a date?
I am getting in.
Yeah, the corpse apparently.
Business tired.
Balls deep.
I go to a business function. Middle school.
Oh, I hear the dogs. This means I'm gonna find out good news or bad news right now.
Excellent.
Remington either won or lost his driver's test.
Okay, everybody. I am out of time.
Okay.
Take care.
Have a good night. Oh, I hear him jovially jumping down the stairs.
So.
Well, you got a smile on your face, so I'm assuming it was victorious.
Yep. I did it.
Come on, he walks into the thing like, I'm like, uh-oh.
I always smile.
He doesn't look very happy.
I always smile. It's hard to hold it.
It's hard to hold it, he says.
Tell you guys your stories. It's funny.
You have stories? Alright, well come over here and share the story so everyone can hear you on the stream. So Remington just finished his driver's test, so he can drive now.
He's still on a restricted license for 6 months.
Okay, so just to
When
and from
they're-
school
When
and...
they're to and from school and with the parents
Yeah.
still.
Nope. Red Legos.
Yeah.
Or with the parent?
Right. Or like, just like a restricted.
I don't know, I never had a restricted.
I had one for a little while. It's to and from school, to and from work, to and from church, or any activities involving the three, and with a parent. And
Okay.
between the hours of 5 a.m. and 9 p.m.
Wow, okay.
I know.
Between the hours of
We have a
daytime.
booklet. We have a booklet. It is, yeah, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
Where'd he go?
Upstairs.
He didn't tell you his story.
I think he's trying to find a place to sit, or he's going to get a shirt on thinking he's going to be on the camera.
Oh, his shirt on. He's got to check out the Scarlet Witch there.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Fix it.
I know she's your, like, second favorite.
Is she? Who's my favorite?
I thought it was the Harley girl.
I feel like Quinn's not an Avenger.
Well, she's also in DC.
My favorite. I know my favorite Avenger is clearly Thor.
Okay.
Obvious reasons.
So what terrible things did you do?
So, pretty much right when we started, I backed out, then I left, and all my
first turn at the light, I go left, right? Nothing was wrong with it. She's like, okay, so at the start of the test, you get one warning. This is your one warning. You're not allowed to use the other lane to assist with you turning into your other lane. Which basically means, like, don't cut the lanes.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
so...
still a little confused.
I don't know. I don't remember
Okay,
exactly.
you turn left.
Turn left.
Oh, so instead of like cutting the lane, she wants you to go like this, maybe?
Yeah, do not touch the other lane when I was turning.
Right, we've talked about that.
Yep, that was my only warning.
But it was funny,
It's like 10 seconds into the test, and I'm out of warnings. And I was really nervous at that point.
He was super nervous.
Yeah, it was at that point I was actually nervous.
Tanya, you unplugged the...
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay.
And so that happened, and then we ended up going to a residential zone, like over where Riley used to live. And there was a bunch of cars that were parked on the side, so I was making sure that I gave the cars enough room, like you said, make sure in case a door opens up out of nowhere, I'm fine.
Right. And you're explaining this to her that that's your thought process, right?
I was not. Probably shut up.
Okay.
But, yeah, so I did that, and then she told me to turn left eventually. And I didn't actually see the turn because the road was in between two cars that were parked. So she was like, I believe you missed your turn. And I was like, oh, yeah, that I did.
I mean, if that's where you wanted me to turn.
She said turn left at the next road. So I just kept going. She was like, now turn right at this stoplight. I'm like, okay, so I was supposed to turn over here, and now I'm just going over here right next to where the DAV is. And I'm
that
like, oh.
residential area over there has got real weird.
Mhm.
So maybe she knew that you couldn't take the next left there or something. I don't know.
No. But anyway, yeah, so after I already used my warning and missed a turn, I'm just like terrified. I was pretty sure I was going to fail. And so I'm just on my way back to the DMV basically at this rate. She was like, go through the next two lights. And like the second light was the road that I was pretty sure I was supposed to turn onto in order to get to DMV, and I just drove right past it. I'm like, oh, I hope it didn't miss here or something. So we keep going. I just turn around and get there, take the long way to DMV. And I get there and I park in between two cars. And then we stop and it's like, alright, you backed out great, you parked great, you accelerated smoothly, you slowed down smoothly. Let's go in and get your license. And just in my head, I am partying. Like, very hard. Like, I was super nervous right after that beginning part.
I told you had a few screw-ups.
But it won.
No, she said you had one warning.
Yeah.
And this is it.
But, I mean...
She said, you have one warning in this test, and this is it.
I definitely remember her saying that. That sucked.
This is it. Don't cut lanes.
I want to keep some barrels, I think.
I mean, I thought that term was fine, too. I don't know if I actually made a mistake. Or if she was just trying to screw with me. I don't know. But I thought my term was good.
Yeah,
Your
sometimes
turn
you...
might have been good, but she wanted you to go out a little further or something. I don't. Again,
sometimes you
still
do
trying to figure
clip a
out.
little tight.
Right. Well, that's okay, because when we got there, before you even went in to take the test, he pulled it to the parking place. The parking stall. I don't know, it freaked me out a little bit just because he was really close to the car next to when they were getting ready to leave. But he was fine. But he did what I just told him to, and he turned back real fast so that he would be straight in the parking thing. But then I'm like, well, you need to, but he turned the car off. I'm like, oh, you need to go up a little further, which really we just shouldn't have. So then he thought he had the car turned back on, and he puts it in drive. The car starts rolling backwards. Why is the car rolling backwards? It's in drive. I'm like, because the car's not turned on. So basically the car is just in neutral. And it's just going to roll wherever it wants. And the car next to him is trying to leave. And the car's just rolling backwards. I'm like, step on the brakes. Stop the car.
Oh.
I don't know. So it was like getting there wasn't exactly smooth. I mean, the whole way there was fine. But
Up until the parking area.
then it was just like, it was just because the car wasn't turned on.
So I'm trying to figure out, should I be confident in your ability to drive or not?
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I'm glad you passed your test and everything, but I'm still not sure how comfortable I am when you're driving by yourself.
Best test.
Because of all the students you're going to be driving with in the parking lot, to and from school. I mean, that's what's out there, is a bunch of students driving. Of course, a lot of them have been driving, but not. Some of them are like you, and they haven't been driving a lot. So you just got to be laser focused.
Alright, so that gives us a place to store the pure water.
Actually, something.
We have
Did she ask for your proof of insurance?
Nope.
Oh, she
barrels.
didn't even ask for it?
Nope, she didn't even ask for that tire or the jack or anything. It was
I
in
don't
the
know.
trunk.
Well, he just said in case they ask you. But she checked your lights and stuff.
Yeah, she
though,
checked the
right?
lights,
'Cause I
that
heard
was
say
it.
she was going to do that.
Yeah, I just checked for the turn signals on the front and back and my...
Brake lights and your
No,
lights?
the brake. Yeah, just the brake.
Brake lights.
Not the brake light. Well, probably brake lights.
Like when you brake, the
Mhm.
lights come on.
Yeah.
Okay. So she didn't ask for a proof of insurance?
Nope.
Oh. Okay.
I want to be able to
I gotta call him tomorrow.
offer this pure water up to.
Sell my soul to the devil for insurance for my kid.
I hear you.
Alright. I'm gonna get out of here. It's hot in here.
It is a little warmer than usual.
So I have tacos and I have stuffed shells.
Okay. Well,
Clearly I would rather have the stuffed shells, but clearly that's a lot more work.
whatever you feel like doing, babe. Alright, so this will make barrels of pure water basically depending on how many barrels we actually have. We're in the network. We have barrels. Why are we not getting them? There are robots right here. There are barrels right here. I don't understand why they're not supplying these barrels. I really don't understand why that... Like, I'm requesting barrels, right? Oh, I'm not requesting barrels. Because I'm an idiot. That's why they're not working. Alright, so basically, this should start taking all of the barrels. Here they come. Any barrels in the system, dump them in here, turn them into barrels of pure water that get dumped in the system. And then they come up here to this facility. I'm actually really curious if this needs to be a storage chest. I don't love that idea. So I'm not going to. I will set up another stack inserter, however. This one, I think we'll put it here. So we'll grab below and drop off below. And then this will be the purified water barrels. I don't want any of them in there right now. That might change in the future, but for right now I just want to get them out. This way, if we have something that is requesting the purified water barrels, which we'll probably request some up here, depending on the pure water supply. Like there's ample, so I'm not super worried about it right now, but I want to be able to basically take these out without me having to just evaporate the things. And I will also put in an overflow valve somewhere, probably here, to an overflow system. I don't know, maybe I run it, maybe actually I pull this pump out, put this pump in here. Right, and then this gets the overflow valve. Because I want to be very careful about being certain I don't lock any of these systems out. I have had stuff basically lock out on me before, and I do not love it. So, in the event that this does become full, this will prevent it from becoming an issue. Alright, so we now have a shite ton of this tungsten oxide. So much we can't even... This is not keeping up. But that's okay, because it's not like we're in a rush to process all this tungsten. because we only have this isn't even full anymore. Like, we processed all the tungsten we have. So again, let's not stress. Okay. So we have tungsten oxide, which tungsten oxide plus hydrofluoric acid in the pumps will now give us the hexafluoride gas. So now we need to take this. I think we'll probably just turn around, put it right back up. Some amount here. And then we'll 1, 2, 3. I do want a fourth one. But I want to make sure it can expand for pretty much ever. So what do we have? We have... Let's just set one up first here. So we're going to make tungsten hexafluoride gas. Okay, this is the goal. It's 12 tungsten and 30 hydrofluoric acid. It's going to take 6 seconds. I feel like this is going to process really quickly. And we have an input and we have an output. But it's just a gas output. So really, I think we could get away with doing a little bit of cramming here, right? One, 2, 3, 4. So we go 1, 2, connect them. 1, 1, 2, connect them. And then this guy eats, that guy eats, this guy eats, that guy eats. Because we can't make this one. So it kind of makes me want to just move this power to here instead of in the middle. That was bad. That was a bad... Right there. Alright, so this button... Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Stop. No. Alright. P. Put it back. Copy. Paste. No. Copy. Paste. Paste. Thank you. Jiminy Christmas. Alright. That works even better, actually. Like, again, we're not scaling it more, but I think it looks good at least. And honestly, if we have the bigger poles, which I have no brass on me, so I can't make bigger poles. Can we just like quickly throw together some brass locally? No, we cannot. Okay. This is the only one that doesn't have power? Oh, because I put a pole here. Now none of those guys have power? Alright, sweet. So we'll just put... and you two, and then we'll put a pole right above it. Why is that power is hooked up? Why is this power not hooked up? There we go. Alright, so now we need the hydrofluoric acid, which is no big deal. So you go right here. It doesn't work. So we need the hydrofluoric acid. And do I have a barrel of it? I do not. Hydrofluoric. Oh, are we requesting it yet? We're not. Alright, hydrofluoric acid. Yeah, we are. F you, mate. Alright, sweet. We'll just throw it in like so. These guys are ripping. We have our tungsten stuff, so now we will request and then once again actively provide. Man, there's a lot of active providers for this setup. So request, provide, make power. Oh, I hate you. Where's the pump? Looks like 100. No, you know what? 20's fine. And then, did I pick up any? Apparently I did not. Okay. So now, let's see, this will be our exit station, so we do actually have plenty of room. So we're going to take these blast furnaces. Means we probably need coal over here. Or some sort of doohickey. Anyway, I can hook 2 of these up. Like together. Not really. Alright, well then let's not even do that. Let's go off the reserve. Do we have a reserve tank handy? It doesn't look like it. We're out of brick. Again, now you know why we keep the bricks in the car. Apparently we also are going to need some more pipe. I didn't realize we were out of pipe. Is there pipe in the car? There is. Okay, good. Alright. So that's getting made. We will put that right here. Yeah, that'll work. And then again we'll pump down slightly. here we'll run a solid line down because I don't think I care. What? And then we need gas or fuel somehow. I'm thinking we just do a couple of long arms, like so. And for now, don't know if we have. Is there fuel in this network? There's carbons. We'll just use some carbon. The robots request a little bit of carbon, which is not in that. It's not in that. There it is. Some carbon, please. As to which we will simply unload with one of these down this way. Now they have carbon, they are producing. We're going to have two solids. We're going to have the powdered tungsten and we're going to have this hexafluoride gas. We're going to have to skip over this one. And so I think what we'll just do is we'll use this power pole, which we could actually shove back to make easier. Oh, but it won't for that. Never mind then. Alright. Pick up, put down. Probably with the... We're going to need more of these express inserters. Boop. So let's actually go that. Okay, so every other one. So that'd be this one again next. And then these two will be on this side. Actually won't be equal to the pattern. It is incredibly aggravating. Or whatever. So now, after all that hard work, we now have access to like all the things now, right? This may be need to be red belt even. This may be so fast. Hell, having all these machines may be overkill. What's going on? What the shit? Oh, nothing is putting these barrels in there. Thought I had adjusted that already. I guess not. I drop here and pick up 2 over. Alright, drop here, pick up 2 over. Like that. Now I need you to give me these. I need you to make sure there are less than 30 of them, I guess. That's 3 stacks. So you're probably completely full now, right? Yeah. Alright, is everything running now? And these guys are not running. Let's put a pump in. Told you we were going to use lots of pumps, didn't I? I don't really care. I want this shit to work. I want it to work at full speed. Because when I want this shit, I want it. Alright. So now that these are all going, the hiccup is can't unload fast enough. So we happen to have the current fastest belt that I have. Boom. I still can't insert quick enough. The guy who's on the same row. Why is this guy not working? Alright, so now we're making not enough gas. I don't understand. Alright, so let's look at these lights. These lights are all green. I don't understand why I guess these are just slow. This takes 60 seconds and these take 4 seconds. Alright, we don't need this many of these machines. Absolute zero need for more than 2. Completely unnecessary. Oh, I guess this one's still needed. And then this guy would be... Apparently I just delete everything. Alright, pick up, put down. So now the question is, should we screw around with where that is at? Like, should this be there? Should it just go right here? I mean, these are not that big of a deal, but these underground belts are kind of a big deal. And apparently me just wrecking my base is also pretty awesome. let's move it up here. And then we'll just take and empty this one like this. I guess I don't have enough for that many. Boop. Blair. I mean, that's very quick. All right. So it turns out this is also now unnecessary because of this. Like, I could do all this in one spot. I could have made this 2 apart and then put all that stuff in here very nicely. So instead we are wasting extra materials with this design. But if we decide we need to ramp it up for whatever reason, like we expand this down like a bunch, we can do that. But that is definitely not our threshold. The threshold is that we're not going to be able to continue to keep tungsten in here until we get Jobolite processing running, and even that, it's going to be really complicated to keep running, because we're going to end up burning an awful lot of stuff. Alright, so this is done now. Let's not delete that again. Let's just get these. So now we have our powder, we have our other powder. We can finally make our tungsten bars. So let's, what is that made? It's made in these things, right? These splintering ovens. So where do we want to put it? I guess the first thing we should do is grab our pickup. This is an excellent one for picking up. It's not that full. Beep. Want to get rid of that one wouldn't matter there. Alright, so if we keep this exact same spacing, we are good now. We slap down an accumulator here, not that it really matters anymore, but we'd have an output threshold set of, say, like 5,000. Alright. So this is ready to go. This is ready for sending stuff off to the network. We have this guy right here we can pull down for the stack of this. We can pull that down right here. Make sure that this has got at least an output. This guy needs 2 outputs, one for this and one for this. I don't know if we're doing anything with either of these right now, but we want to make sure that they're stored. Where'd they go? Where'd the other one go? There they are. So right now we could just go, as far as I'm concerned, just like that. So these are literally only, this is the only recipe they have. Seems fair. And these are even mixes of 12 and 12. Is this power coming from something else? It is. Alright, give me a copper wire. From here to there, gone. From here to here, yes. Oh, no. This is totally wrong. Totes wrong. Alright. So we're not actually ready for that yet. Now we have to mix this shit in the boobies. I forgot we have to go to the boobies. My hand is starting to get tired of where I'm putting it. We're out of these. But here, why don't you start by making the ones I can make? Alright, now you guys. This takes 4 seconds, and these guys have a speed of 3. These are going to have to be alternated. Not only alternated, but I feel like it's just gonna rip through whatever we put it in. Powder. Okay. Alright, and then we will change this to, I need one more. Did you do it? Bleep. Alright, and then that guy can just mix, right? Again, you have exactly one recipe. So I'm not 100% sure why you're being a pain. You take 12. 12. Near side, regular, regular. We'll kind of see if this keeps up, but I imagine we have an unloading issue here, but again, I think it's probably if I take it out, now it's even. Does it re-screw up? Oh, still, yeah, we are. All right, well, let's speed it up to blue. I mean, I'll make it green. I don't care. All right, let's take a quick gander through this. I don't think any of these need anything. Yeah, see, we don't use tungsten for anything else in that way anyway. So we have tungsten now, which actually, honestly, there was a reason we needed it, but I don't remember what. Was it for this nickel stuff? So nickel plate. So we have a way to eat this calcium chloride too that we're making. That's kind of cool. That means it probably is in the other recipe somewhere too. Oh yes, we could have taken this tungsten. We didn't have to go through all those steps, but whatever. Oh, we do need powder tungsten if we want copper tungsten plate. So we want to set a reserve of a couple thousand at least of powder. Oh wait, no, that's the powder tungsten mix, right? So this doesn't need a reserve. This needs a reserve of the powder tungsten mix. Of the powder tungsten. Show you it. Greater than, no, not greater than that. Greater than, let's say, 5,000. I don't know if we actually need it, but this way we have a reserve of it. Alright, so what else do we need this powder tungsten, or tungsten for? Tungsten plate. We can eat some of this nickel, but again, I don't think we need to worry about that. So where's this other shit? This nickel or whatever. Solder, zinc, tungsten plate, titanium plate, tin copper wire, bricks, silver wire, which we currently don't have a need for, manganese, lead plate, glass fiber, just want to scroll through here and make sure we don't need any of the... Whoa, what's... Oh, the bobmonium needs done. Alright, so if I want to make these ball bearings, tungsten gear wheels, we need it for something. Knit. is titanium and nickel. And there's no place to make that in the Angels? That seems weird. Made in bulbs, metals, chemicals, and intermediates. Seems odd. Let's see what Scotty posted over here for us. Okay. Well, that's kind of what we had planned for today. Or for this afternoon. That took a lot longer than I thought, but once we kind of got the hang of it, it came together, I think, reasonably quickly. All this bauxite covered, right? Yeah, I don't even know what that pool's there for anymore. Thanks. I'm not sure why you have that in your storage or whatever, but thank you. Appreciate you, little robot. Okay, so we now have some things, right? Some things. We have our train station. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products if we count the pure water barrels, which are currently being dumped someplace. I'm not sure where. Are they being dumped up here? Yeah, which is fine. Alright, so we can leave those pure water barrels up there. Man, I'm not sure. What the hell's going on with titanium? Or just no titanium ore? Who makes titanium ore? I thought that was... Yeah, this guy. You're processing, right? I mean, something's probably stuck up here somewhere. This stuff's all still running. Oh, this is the titanium line. No, it's not. It's the lead line. This is the titanium line. There's not what I'd call millions in here. So, I mean, somebody's taking it. We're not still sending it all to the main base, are we? Check on that in a minute. I guess actually we can check on it now, can't we? Are you still... Somebody still calling the titanium over here? No? Right now this is 100% of our tungsten processing. And it makes golden tungsten. Right? Yeah. So this is the only place that's requesting titanium. Hello. Oh, it's Toby's baby. Hello.
Oh, hey, how about this? Hello.
I mean, only if it works.
You know the rocket ship yet?
No, not even close.
What? Why don't you have a rocket ship. I mean, I have like 6 rocket ships. I don't even shoot them off into space, I just build them and let them sit there.
I mean, that sounds hot. I mean, apparently lots of reasons, but not limited to the fact that I apparently can't keep my hand in the right spot today. Whew, okay. What the hell? What am I...
I discovered how to use a spoon to get to the bottom of the Nutella to put it on my oatmeal squares so I don't get my hands dirty.
I mean, I would be more disappointed in you for having Nutella in your house.
But it has a sign on it saying pancakes love Nutella.
I'm sure they do. But, like, you spend all this time and energy going to the gym just to get fatter. I don't understand.
I have dialed in breakfast at least. Breakfast has been pretty solid for the last month, so that's good. Maybe stepping myself back to being less of a fatty.
Okay. Alright, let's provide, what, 5,000 of this to the network? That is our minimum. Okay. Then we will do exact same thing here, except for this other bullshit fluoride shard thingy. Well, I tell you, I'm actually approaching the end of my Factorio stream. If you're compelled to, I'll have about an hour that I can do something else. Since you did not get to play any HOTS with us yesterday.
Yeah, I had to, the lady's going out, well, she's out of town now, she's on a flight to Beijing at this exact moment. But I had to, didn't have to, I chose to, I guess. I don't have to do anything. Chose to spend some quality time with her, and so I'm gonna see her for 3 weeks or so.
Sounds reasonable.
We've also decided to adopt 60 cats together.
Sounds less reasonable.
But not real cats. We're just picking out pictures of cats on the internet that we would adopt. We're really adult people.
So back to that reasonableness, I guess.
Some people collect Pokemons, we collect cats.
I mean, again, fine. Let's see, less than, let's put 10,000 of that in here. I
I've
just
also got some gossip for you later.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure you remember when you were around. This was related to some of the band drama way back in the day.
Yeah,
When
if you
Samius was in marching band.
fuck, if you think I remember, there are very few things that I remember about marching band.
I remember the marching band was a lot of fun.
I remember how you got the one guy in trouble.
Which guy?
Harley? Harley Wan, maybe?
That was a guy, yeah.
Yeah, I remember he got his ass in trouble.
There were so many shenanigans and hijinks and marching band.
Whatever. Shenanigans and hijinks.
Excuse me, smuggling weapons?
That was one time.
Let's see, what else?
Think of a second one.
Another one not appropriate for the stream, which I'll discuss with you later.
Whatever. Everything's appropriate for the stream.
The dude that got caught peeping Tommy in the changing room on those girls.
I mean, that is a thing that happened. Still.
He's actually, cops are searching for him right now, actually, for some drugs and other abuse stuff. Like, apparently he's still a messed up kid. There's a big Facebook chain about all like the girls in high school were telling how he was super creepy.
Seems right.
Let's see. Oh, breaking and entering. Multiple times.
Who are you talking about now?
Allegedly.
He's like, you?
Allegedly.
Never. I was a good boy. Alright, I have 2 different liquids in this. Which liquid is this supposed to be?
Vandalism. Theft. I distinctly remember acquiring.
Oh. Okay. Okay, I remember what you're talking about now.
Oh, like that hotel.
Still shenanigans.
The 1997 Orange Bowl.
So there is some souvenirs taken, is what Tobrell's trying to say.
I'm just saying that there's a little bit of a shady past here.
No, it's fine. None of that stuff matters. Alright. I'm not going to provide those to the network right now. I
Oh,
don't
and the
think
bus
so.
driver was speeding.
I'm sure. So, for those of you who are interested, those are all one trip that he's talking about.
Yeah, that's just all something happened in a week.
Yeah, no. Don't make it sound like it was awesome. I do want storage somewhere, but I think I want it to be right here, not down here.
I ain't saying we put the dukes ahead of the chain, but I'm just saying we're a couple of good old boys not meaning no harm.
Seems fair. And this is almost finished. Go faster! Ugh. I think there's like a time limit. Like when you unlock certain technology, it starts to put a slowdown on things. So like when you first start this game, you know that yellow belts are not fast. But they're like the fastest thing you have access to. So you're like, oh, that's not that bad.
I mean, yellow belts is like you go to class for like a couple weeks and pass one test, but you get a yellow belt, it's nothing.
Right. Exactly.
No, black belt, that's a whole other story.
But like the next tier of belt that you often get, or typically get, is generally plenty fine.
I mean, if you're talking like Aikido or Jiu-Jitsu, getting a blue belt takes forever.
I mean Factorio. But generally, in my opinion, red belts are usually enough to get what you need done. But it's not there. Man, that was slow. That was incredibly slow.
Looking at spoon of Nutella is the best thing in the world. It's saying something.
Well, I mean, it should. It's both peanuts and chocolate and sugar. All things that you shouldn't eat. Well, you can eat the chocolate part. So should this be blue? Probably. Blair. Ugh. That is almost too much to see. Alright. I think we're good. I think we're in a good spot now. I'm gonna put tungsten processing is done. Now we just we're gonna have to focus on jovolite processing to make more.
Wasn't Tungsten the monkey in the movie?
Tungsten in the monkey in the movie.
Like when there's a hotel or something? Tungsten? No?
Well, obviously you're trying to be funny, so now I'm trying to figure out what it is that you could actually be funny saying here.
It's actually tungsten or something like that. There's a monkey in a hotel. I don't know.
Okay. Like I said, I was trying to get your reference because I know you try very hard. Yeah, this is gonna get that processed eventually, so that's fine. All right. So the only other thing I need to actually do before we take off for today's Factorio stream. First of all, Terrell, are you watching the Factorio stream right now?
I have been watching on and off. Currently, I am peeing.
Okay. Okay. Well, I did something for all of the viewers. I'm going to just mention it one more time because people rotate in and out of the stream all the time. For people who have generously supported the stream, I think I figured out at least a very beginning way to say thank you for all of that gratitude. And that way is to create an area for me in this particular Factorio expansion to park my damn car so I know where it is. And I decided to make that area into a thank you spot for people who have donated one way, shape, form, or another. So people who are currently subscribers through the Twitch subscribers, I have put them in in copper on this column. And then people who have made donations in the past are over here in this little box thing. So yeah, I thought that was nice.
Immortalized for all time.
Well, or until I start deleting people's names. Whichever.
We're starting a new game.
Right. Well, I think when I start a new game, I will attempt to do that again every time. That'll be one of the, not necessarily the first things I do, obviously, but it'll be something I try to do in each game from now on. So when you so choose, you can immortalize yourself at any time. So this is down to 20,000 titanium, which doesn't actually need to be processed over here at all anymore. But we do have some. So let's actually take the titanium processing out of this. And we will turn this guy into a titanium. And we'll see if this comes... Yeah, see, it's going to just eat it out of here right away. So we're almost able to move all the titanium out of the way. But now this means we're going to have a bunch of liquid titanium that really shouldn't be here anymore. So how do we want to... Do we want to barrel this titanium? Turn it all into spools and get rid of it?
Bullets.
I can't actually make titanium bullets, I don't think.
What?
I can make depleted uranium bullets.
Make titanium bullets and just shoot them all.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna get this out of the way. At the moment. At some point we do need to actually move titanium to a bus line somewhere, so maybe that's what we do. Oh no, we'll have to leave that over here. I will put a... Is there a question mark? I will put a question mark here. To signify I don't know how to answer this particular problem. But yeah, this is gone now. So all of this titanium influx, I guess it's not totally gone yet, but it's gone from here. So yeah, we're close. We're close to having things cleaned up around this middle area. Alright guys, so I'm going to take tungsten and I'm going to put it on our check sheet. So the next thing is silver and jovolite. We will tackle that next stream. Hopefully you will join us right here, twitch.tv/SamusGarobo, or of course youtube.com/SamusGarobo. Speaking of YouTube, you can check out all of these past episodes for this Mega Mod campaign that we're doing in a YouTube playlist. You can check out the new one that I'm calling, oh, I had a sweet name for it, Lazy Light, which is a almost base Lazy Bastard campaign, but I am running a couple of mods. Mods that don't affect like the difficulty of the game. They're convenience of life things. So like the more light mod, so people can more easily watch on the screen. Nanobots for easy robot action. Squeak through, so it's easier to put buildings together. We don't have to run on pipes, stuff like that. So you can check out that playthrough. That'll be on Mondays. Mega Mods on Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. Dungeons & Dragons Online's on Wednesday and Fridays, and HOTS whenever I feel like squeezing it in. We're also looking at a new game called Plexus, which I will buy, hopefully while it's on sale this week, as soon as I remember how to transfer money from PayPal to Steam. Anyway, you got anything else to add to it, bro?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.